Hello, welcome to my first update. It's September 10th. It's been about a week since I made the announcement about having cancer. The response from you all has been, amazing, humbling. Family, friends of family, friends of family and friends, even strangers have shown this compassion and generosity beyond anything I could have imagined. So thank you. I'll try to do these updates once a week or so if you all are interested. Let me know if you're not and I'll stop. So first off, thank you. Like I said, the outreach has been just incredible. We've already enjoyed many delicious meals and treats that were donated by you and delivered. The financial donations, they've been enough to help us cover the expenses of all of our medical costs to date, which is a pretty heroic amount of money, and you all have done more than I could imagine, so thank you for that as well. We appreciate everything you've done for us, everything, not just the donations and not just the food, but the emotional support by far is the most helpful. These changes in my life, the pain, depression, isolation, sleeplessness, all that, are eased by your words and deeds. So thank you. A quick medical update. Well, maybe not so quick. There's a lot to talk about. I just had an appointment with my medical oncologist. I have several oncologists, and the team at UNC has been amazing. Great hospital, great people. The hormone therapy is working as well as can be expected. That's great news. And the first round was administered about a month ago. That was 2 huge shots in my belly. They left some like lime size, like big lumps on my belly, one on each side. They were hard, and they slowly shrunk over time. They're down to large black olive size now. As it's a slow release medicine, it's designed to last about a month. So those shots would be monthly for that particular medication. They were super painful. It felt like an incision across my belly. So I was pretty laid up for a while with that particular medicine. I started my second round, where they're not going to give me that first shot again, which thank you for that. The second round is a 6-month treatment, so I'll be getting these shots every 6 months now. It's a shot in the belly, but it was not at all painful, and it left like a frozen pea-sized, really hard, feels like a BB or something under my skin. Again, it's a slow release. This is 6 months, so that little BB will be there for a while, I guess. I can take that. That's no problem. The side effects aren't hitting me at all the way. There's no pain from this. Just a little tired, So I'm super pumped about this. I'm able to get up and move around a little bit more than I could before. The hormone therapy, the idea of it is to shut down my testosterone production. I'm not an expert or anything like that, but here's what I think is going on. It is reduced so far my testosterone production about 90%. My PSA is down to 1.11, which is ridiculously low. And that's expected with the treatment. It's supposed to drop like crazy. And the third round of hormones is going to be pills, and that starts in just about 2 weeks. I'll get those, and that will go on a daily dose of 4 pills for a couple years. I'll be doing that. Once my testosterone, and that'll lower my testosterone to about 0. It should. That's what those pills are for. Once it gets down low enough, then I can start my radiation treatments, which will be daily. I'll be going to UNC every afternoon. It's pretty quick in and out. They got a great setup there where I can park right by the door, go in. I don't have to go through the hospital or anything. I just go straight in, get my treatment, and leave. So it's very low contact as well. So why do you want to reduce my testosterone? That was something that I had a good question about. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, but this is my understanding, is that without testosterone, the prostate doesn't function. And if it's not functioning, the tumors aren't growing and it's not spreading any further. So these are all good things. It has metastasized to my spine, but the cancer on my spine is prostate cancer. So even if we can reduce the function of my prostate, it stops the cancer on my bones as well. So these are great things that need to happen. Then we can start the radiation once I get down to zero production. The side effects, messing around with hormones is gonna cause things, right, to happen. The big thing is I'm going through menopause, so I feel your pain, ladies. I have hot flashes, weight gain, mood swings. I'm tired all the dang time, and I'll probably grow man boobs, so plus there, I suppose. All in all, it's not a bad deal compared to cancer. So yeah, the doctors are really encouraged. I'm responding well to hormone therapy, which is good. They're surprised at the minimal sites of metastasis after I had my MRI. They only found one site, and it's on my spine at L2. It is a very aggressive cancer, so they're surprised it hadn't spread further. It generally spreads quickly and far. Mine seems to be, cross fingers, isolated to my prostate and my spine. And so what that adds up to is a good sign for possibly more time. If it had spread further, it, of course, would shorten my life expectancy. There was some talk of chemo after all, but we'll have to wait and see how effective radiation is before we cross that bridge. Okay, on a personal update, family stuff, let's start with Mama Pat is home. Hooray. She's been in Michigan for a while with her boyfriend Dave, but now she's back home and she's diving in like she always does, and she's helping. You know, Eli and Wyatt adore her, as do Lisa and I, of course, and I don't know what we do without her, so I think things are going to get a lot easier around the house now. So thank you, Mom Pat, for being here. School started for the boys. They're a few weeks in now. It's all online. The whole city is online, which is great. But it's hard. You know, endurance is a problem for both of them, sitting in front of the computer and working all alone. It's hard. And they seem to be becoming a little less social. Sitting alone at a computer all day is pretty normal now, you know, and I think that's a problem, but it's better to be safe at home than sick at Sturgis, right? Okay, we took a quick trip to the beach this weekend. What a great day that was. You know, I was feeling pretty perky on Sunday for the first time in a long time, and so Lisa had this great idea to take a day trip to the beach. We couldn't find any hotels or anything, so we just drove out there for the day. It being Labor Day and all, there's no chance of a hotel. So we drove about 2.5 hours out to Oak Island. And we found a really isolated spot with nobody within 100 yards out on the point, which is beautiful. And we found out why it was isolated, and it was because of all the biting flies there, which were horrifying. As long as we were in the water, it was okay, but you know, after an hour and a half, 2 hours in the water, people wanted to get out and have snacks and drinks and stuff, and those flies chased us away. So we went over to Eagles and bought some crap and prizes for the boys, and then we drove on home in time for bed. So it was just a great day. It was so good to get out of the house, which is hard to do these days. While I'm on the personal stuff, I want to just give a shout out to my wife, Lisa, who is without a doubt the best human being ever. Since we met in 2002, she has been a really huge part of my life, long before we started dating. But since we married in 2005, she's been my anchor. Every day, she amazes me with her kindness, her generosity, you know, and frankly, her endurance dealing with my crap. So, yeah, I hope you will take a moment to reach out to her, you know, and let her know how awesome she is, because I can't possibly tell her enough, you know, so I need your help with this. Let's see. Some other things, this is tough to talk about, but depression is for real. I'm dealing with a lot of pain and helplessness. Stepping down from teaching was very hard. sleeplessness, isolation, and, terminal cancer. All this stuff sort of takes a toll on you. But your outreach, everything that you all are doing is a real balm for me. There's too many of you to respond to every post and note and call that has come in. But I do read them all, and I try to react at least if I can't type something, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So it's time for me to take some action too. The side effects from that first round of hormones were really rough on me. I could barely get out of bed. But that's worn off now, so I'm starting to take walks again. I get tired really quickly, and my endurance is not at all what it used to be. I walked about 1.5 miles the other day, where I used to do 5, so I'm hoping to build that back up. Having my body be as healthy as possible is everything I need to do to help get better. I'm working on sleep. I'm not sure how to do that, but I'm going to try and sleep more. Let's see, I'm eating better. I love cooking. I have not been doing much of it lately, however. Way too much frozen pizza and fast food, because that's all we've really had the energy to deal with, But I'm going to also try and get back to some kind of productive work. I've got a couple of unfinished manuscripts. Memory and concentration are kind of terrible, but there's still some stuff I can do, right? I hope so anyway. I finished these drafts of these books, or in first or second drafts, so it's just a matter of editing and polishing. So I'm hoping I can manage that in my current condition. I used to make stained glass too, and I think that's a great thing that I can do with the boys. I've got a ton of glass out in the shed. I've got to dig up my tools, who knows where they are. And I'd like to get the boy, once it stops being horrible, hot and miserable, humid, get out to the shed with the boys and maybe teach them how to do it too, which would be great. So thank you. I hope this wasn't too boring. If you want updates, let me know. I'll keep doing these. If you're still watching, I love you. If you're not watching, I love you anyway, but you can't hear me saying it. And I'd like to end with a little PSA. I want you to go out and vote, okay? Sometimes I feel like the world is ending. We got wildfires, a plague, riots, murder hornets. The society is so polarized, you can't even have a civil conversation with people anymore. But it's not too late. We can vote. We can fix it, right? There's a million issues, but one that's near and dear to me right now is healthcare. I'm a little ashamed that I even signed up for something like Meal Train. My Midwestern sensibilities fight against this hard. Asking for help is not something that is easy for me. Depression and anxiety are also illnesses, and that shouldn't carry any kind of stigma, but it does. It really does. So let's talk about it and help each other through this, okay? Even with good insurance, this kind of community health care coverage has become common and necessary, right? I see it all the time. There's no way Lisa and I could cover these expenses on our own, even with good insurance. And we have great insurance, but it doesn't cover so much, And bankruptcy is the only option for so many people. I'm voting for health care again this year. It's only one of many issues, and most of the issues that are action items for me are represented by those same people who are fighting for more affordable health care. So wherever you stand on these issues, wherever, please go out and vote. I love you.